Go ahead and record.
You are.
I keep hearing that must be the money talking. Let the money talk to me. I keep hearing that must be the money talking. Let the money talk to me. I keep hearing that must be the money talking. Let the money talk to me. Must be the money talk. Let the money talk to me. Must be the money talk. Let the money talk to me. Keep hearing things.
Keep hearing things. 2015 VIP Sports. Welcome to our first official 2015 podcast. Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, a.k.a. the Numero Uno, along with a good friend of mine, Big Skipper. What's up, Skip?
Just doing my thing.
Yeah, I see you over there, man. You're looking good for the new year, man. You got any resolutions, or what's your deal?
I don't make them because I always break them, so what's the use?
I understand, brother. I figure you might slow down on the cigarettes so I can have you for another 10, 12 years, huh? If not, let me get you a Marlboro deal if you don't mind.
My wife would like that, but that's probably not going to happen either. My mom's in town right now. I've been eating good.
I know. I met her. Beautiful, beautiful person, man. I can't believe how young she looks, man. It's amazing, man, you know.
Shout out to Beverly.
Beverly, what up? Steve Stevens, Big Skipper. You know, as everybody knows, last month I lost my father, which by far was one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with in my life. You know, people set you up for a grandma, a grandpa. No one could ever set you up for mom or dad, dude. It was rough. I mean, I'm still sad at night dealing with that. But on a more positive note, I love you, Dad. Love Beverly, everybody in town. Me and Skip back. Everybody's healthy. 2015. After fucking around with the first podcast and getting a overwhelming demand for more, we're going to do at least 3 to 5 a week now, Skipper. Do you know that?
Let's do it.
Well, buddy, try not to sound so excited.
You're working me like a dog, Steve.
Well, hey, listen, that's how we get money. I keep hearing things. You keep talking about how much money you need to make that 800,000 wasn't enough. I mean, let's go to the next level. This is how we'll start bringing in 20, 30 million a year, bare minimum.
Well, the way the phones have been ringing, I mean, I'll be here every day. The stock market down again today, Stevens. Down again.
Fuck.
I mean, we're getting more and more investors calling in. The phones are ringing off the hook. These guys out there in precious metals, these guys out there in the stock market.
It's fucking amazing.
They're getting crushed. They're
murdered.
They're calling in. They want to know, how do I make money betting sports? And we're here to help.
To be honest with you, Skip, if you look at the numbers, we've been up probably 45% in the last year alone. People aren't playing the stock market no more. Actually, you know it more than anybody. They've actually been playing lately and getting absolutely crushed.
Well, the market's lost about 2.5% of its value in the last 2 days. So the phones are ringing off the hook. People want to know, how do I bet games? How can I make an extra $10,000, $20,000 a week? The smaller bettors want to know how they can make an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And we're here to help. So give us a call. Matter of fact, we got something tonight that's going to be an absolute blowout winner, Steve.
Hey, you ain't got to tell me. I got your back. I'm one that's rolled with you. I'm with you, not against you. I know we got something special, and I think later on in the podcast you're actually going to release another free game, which your last game, absolute blowout winner.
Yeah, that would be the Bengals 30-0 over that fraud Manziel.
And we talked about that very in depth. Was this guy going to be everything he talked about? And the answer was not no, but fuck no.
Could you imagine what it's like to be a sports fan in Cleveland right now?
Oh, with LeBron and the Cavaliers, but there's a method behind that madness. Don't ever fuck with the Cavaliers. They're losing for a reason, Skipper. They're not doing it like the Knicks, but they're sure trying.
You know, they've lost 6 out of their last 8 games. I mean, their center, Vareo, he's out for the season. He tore his Achilles. LeBron's out for 2 weeks with lower back pain. Now Kyrie Irving, he's out with tightness in his lower back. Let me ask you a question. Why are all these NBA guys going down with lower back pain? I mean, are they getting a lot of sex? Are they fucking too much? Or, I mean,
fucking, they're mollied out, marijuana. I mean, smoking kush, doing whatever the fuck they got. You know what? I take that back, man. I know a lot of NBA players are not doing any drugs, at least during the season, but they're doing a lot of fucking. Yes, they are.
They must be doing a lot of fucking because they got a lot of lower back pain, apparently.
NBA's fucking more than any other sport. That's a fact. That's all they do is drink and fuck. I mean, drink and fuck. That's all you got to do.
I mean, the Cavaliers lost to the fucking Sixers last night. Nobody loses to the Sixers.
Yeah, well, when you're 3 nuts deep in a fucking 14-hour situation, I mean, what do you expect? You're drained. Absolutely drained.
You know, they're going on a 5-game West Coast trip now. After they got to play Houston tomorrow at home, and then they're going on a 5-game road trip to the West Coast. They're in big trouble.
Real big trouble. Yeah, that's one thing about it, man. NBA players, you know, you got to understand, man. The owner's paying you a lot of money to get money. And you got to play hard every day. You know, stay dedicated to your craft. I truly believe in if an owner pays you, you got to give it all you got. No such thing as a fucking attitude. Just like we talked about with the 49er, what's his name, getting released, McDonald.
Yeah.
You know, if you have 5 domestic violence calls to your house You've been called for drugs. You've been called for beating young girls or this, that, and the other. Not saying that's what he did, but as an owner, if you're causing feathers or ruffling feathers in my organization, you have the right to get him the fuck out of there. Just if I had some scumbag salesman in my office selling one of his own games or saying something that wasn't registered to say, he's got to get the fuck out. I truly believe in the owner who runs the show there. If I pay you and write your check, you got to do what I ask respectfully.
You got to wake up to get your cake up.
I'm out here grinding. You couldn't have said it any better, Big Skip. So just to end the 2014 year, we had a very successful season. As you know, the hit show Money Talks. We had a lot of big things last year in 14. As you know, we're getting ready to do Money Talks here in about a month and a half. To my fans out there, we will release the network that we're cut a deal with. We just can't say anything until we are 3 weeks into filming, as you already know. Skip, I know people come up to you all the time, so there's pretty much the answer right there, guys. We'll let you know what network to look forward to, but I know you're going to be excited. 2014, if you love what we did in 14, you're going to fucking love what we do in 15. One thing about the VIP podcast, all we do is talk shit and give it to you the real. Okay, if there's a player that's got a beautiful wife out there and you wonder what a pussy's like, we're going to find out. We're going to ask him and he's going to tell you. We're going to get to the bottom of every single thing that goes on in the NBA. Is there such thing as a fixed game? Abso-fucking-lutely not. The only lock is on your front door. Any fucking guy that ever calls you and says he's a handicapper and tells you to bet the house on the game, best believe he lives in a fucking apartment. Anyway, Skipper, I haven't been doing much. I got another baby girl on the way, as you know. I know it's kind of hard for people to believe that Steve Stevens is turning into a fucking square, but it's true, guys. I had my son. The girl I got with had 2 other kids. I got a baby girl on the way. I mean, I'm at home straight making tacos, and like last night I was watching The Celebrity Apprentice. What a fucking show.
Yeah, you keep hanging with the Skipper, and I'll domesticate you, sir.
Oh, I know. And believe me, it looks like, did you do a little late-night crown last night, little Keno?
I did a whole lot of Jim Beam last night.
Jim Beam, huh? How'd it treat you?
It treated me well last night. Right now, not treating me so well.
Not so good. That's why you gave me that look like, fuck your podcast. Is that correct? Or? Anyway, at the end of the day, I love you. One thing about you, Skip, and that's one thing I'm glad to have you on the team. You are by far the best sports consultant salesman I've ever seen in my life besides myself. And everybody in the industry that knows our industry, you know Darren Notero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens. You know you can't fuck with me. No one's better than me. And Skipper, he'll run the head up with me. If I was dropped off naked on an island, I'd go with you, brother, because I know we'd get some shelter, clothes, and you'd probably actually help me find some marijuana somewhere around that fucking jungle, huh?
Well, I'll go with you, but I'm not going naked. No,
well, I'm just saying, you could drop us off anywhere with no money. You're a guy I'd definitely go back to back with. You're a fucking grinder. It's a pleasure to have you around, brother.
Hey, you were talking about Celebrity Apprentice. What are you watching that show now?
Dude, I'm sitting at the house. First episode, I don't know if you know the cast. Geraldo's on there. Terrell Owens is on there. Several different people on there. Really don't care about all the people on there, to be honest with you. But it's a good show. I got Donald's back. First episode, the girl Rudy from The Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing a fundraiser. Everybody's saying, why don't you call Bill Cosby? Mm-hmm. I mean, at this point with everything that's going on, you don't think fucking Bill maybe would have came up with $1 million or $2 million, considering that everybody in the world said that he fondled her tits and fingered them? There's not a 50-year-old lady out there that says Cosby didn't harass her, suck her tits, or put a finger in her ass.
Well, we don't know whether that's true or not.
No, of course not. Those are all allegations. I'd have to say they're not true.
Well, I have no idea. I wasn't there. However, you would think he would write a big check for a fundraiser, given all the things going on in his life? Yeah.
I think so, yeah. So all she had to do was make the phone call over to Cosby. They kept telling her to do it. You think she made the call?
Apparently not.
No offense, dude. I don't know if she's on crystal meth or what, but her skin tone looked a little gray and her tits were out. Fuck, I tell you what, Rudy, if you don't get money on The Apprentice, come out here to Las Vegas. I'll put you on the street. You'll get some money out here in Las Vegas. Money's tight, things are rough.
Sell them off.
Oh, shit.
I got to admit to you, I did watch the episode Sunday night that you're talking about. You know that blonde chick, Kate +8, the one with all
she's
all
disgusting.
The kids?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm actually on her side, partner.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean...
Well, the girl was being rude as hell to her. I know that for sure.
No, I don't mean... I'm not on her side on the show. I mean, just in life general. I mean, this guy, you know, her husband, John Gosselin, from Kate +8.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he puts his chick on fertility pills. They end up popping out 8 fucking kids.
And 8-piece, spicy.
Yeah, spicy 8-piece. And then he fucking leaves her shit. He's out running around in clubs, banging young chicks.
Oh, yeah.
And then she gets the raw deal because apparently everybody says she's a bitch. Every time I see her, she's at home, she's baking, she's cooking, she's hanging out with the kids.
Yeah, you don't see when the camera's off, she pulls out the knives. I heard she's a mean-ass motherfucker.
I mean, this guy has 8 kids and then walks out on her, and he's out in clubs banging young chicks, and she's the bitch.
Well, I don't know if she's the bitch, but he was the trick. He got drawn into the nightlife clubs because, I mean, you got to understand, a guy that has reality money that has a couple $1 million with a 3-inch dick, yeah, girls want you. You're the easiest trick on the fucking block. He's got millions and a 3-inch dick. Oh, what's your name, baby? It's the first thing they're coming to.
I got to be honest with you. I'm on her side. And you want to know something, just a little tidbit? She's actually from the township over from me. They're from Warnersville or Wilmersdorf,
Southside Philly?
No, listen to me. They're from Pennsylvania. And that guy, John Gosselin, his father was a dentist. And this is a true story. My daughter, when she was young, used to go to her father. I wrote checks to this guy's dad. His dad was a dentist. Rest in peace. I'm pretty sure he passed away now. But
Well, yeah, he'd be about $1.50, huh?
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
God damn.
Pretty crazy.
Here's one thing. I want to get back into the sports thing. Like I said, guys, this VIP podcast, by far, we're not going to always talk, shit about our competitors or anything like that, because at the end of the day, we're in a league in our own. We don't compete with anybody else because no one does what we do. There's not another sports consultant firm out there that does $200,000 a week. Skip, you own the company, you work for all these guys out there. What do you think the number 2 room, like these guys that act like they're us and want to be us, besides the guys pitching in their underwear, what do you think like an average room is writing?
The most successful rooms right now are probably doing $20,000 to $40,000 a week.
20 to 40 grand. So what are we, like 10 times in them?
We're at least 5 to 8 times.
5 to 8 times in them. Yeah. So, at the end of the day, guys, I just want you to know that in this industry, there's a lot of telephone tough guys. Everybody on the fucking internet has a website. That doesn't mean they know what they're doing. If a guy takes a picture in front of the Bellagio and the guy lives in Wisconsin, more than likely he doesn't have a clue what the fuck he's doing.
Well, in order for someone to imitate success, someone's got to be successful.
And that's what we are. And that's why I say, guys, if you see the hate out there, our hate that we get towards us is no different than a Floyd Mayweather. People want to be the best. They want to be the world champion. I embrace it. I love you haters. Tell your girl I said hi. Because they're fans. And one thing about me is you got people that talk the talk and walk the walk. I'll never ask you to do something I don't do myself. I'm the biggest sports bettor in Las Vegas, one of the top 5. The other top 3 are good friends of mine. And at the end of the day, these other guys that claim to bet big money, how come we never see them, Skip?
I never see them.
Huh?
They're like ghosts.
Yeah, these guys calling you from New York or this, that, and the other. They're talking about they're betting $50,000. Where are they getting $50,000 off in New York, Skip?
Nowhere.
Ain't no local books doing that shit no more.
No.
Local books max you out a couple dimes a game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for you guys out there claiming to bet big money, lying to your clients out there, stop it. Shame on you. You should be fucking embarrassed. Anyway, guys, we're bringing sports information to you guys. Obviously, we're advertising our business, VIP Sports, the #1 documented service in the world. Is why we're doing this podcast to start with. But we're not going to pump and market our company the whole time. We're going to give you news and sports and up to date on what me and Skip's opinions are. We're going to give it to you raw, rough, uncut, no OJ, no straw. Back to the sports, Skip. What about Aaron Hernandez? What about the downward spiral of Aaron Hernandez? From Golden Boy, good-looking tight end, backing up Gronkowski, the best fucking player of all time, it seems to be tight end-wise for the Patriots, goes behind bars for life. Thugs in sports. They're saying there's too many thugs in sports. What is a thug in sports? I'm from the streets. You're from South Philly. People have called me a thug. Actually, on the internet, they call me a thug, punk, fuck, I think, all the time. A prison, penitentiary sentence, fucking thug. What does somebody's past record have anything to do with their current?
Well, when you reach a certain level of success, you got to get the street out of you. There's nothing wrong with knowing where you come from and respect where you come from. But when you reach a certain point of success, you got to get it out of you. Not only are you an athlete, professional athlete, getting paid a lot of money, but you're a role model to kids. Come on, you got to wake up.
So what you're saying is, it doesn't matter if you're a role model or not, or you are a thug. If you're blessed enough, if God blesses you enough to put you in a professional league, whether it's MLB, NFL, NBA, you're saying that it's your job to be a square because you were blessed and that's what you got paid to do. So you're saying you actually are paid to have a role. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, play your role. Know your role.
Okay. So is part of that not being yourself? Because a lot of these people are being themselves, and that's not what the owner paid for. The owners are, players, this is what the fuck you guys got to understand. The owners are paying you to play. They're paying for your sports ability. They don't give a fuck how you talk. They don't give a fuck who you fuck. They don't give a fuck if you're on a reality show. They actually hate that, okay? They're paying you because of your skill. So learn how, I think what Skip's saying is, learn how to be a professional at your craft. Be yourself when you're not at work. Well, I'm an actor when I'm at work. What about you? Do you think that I'm at home? Hey, Dominic, how were you today? Fair enough? When I go home to see my son, do you want to take a bath? You do like taking baths, correct? You got to know how to turn off the fucking grind for what's real in life. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, anyway, Paul Caruso just come into our podcast, fucking off our office. Paul, where are you working? Are you still over at Keller Williams?
Yeah.
How's everything going?
Super vacuum.
All right, we'll take one of those cigars. They can hear you. Give a shout out. Who's the #1 company in the world around this motherfucker?
VIP Sports.
You born and raised out here?
Born in Queens.
Who's born and raised out here?
Steve Stevens.
What's his real name?
Darren Otero.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later, man. Thanks for coming by. We got guys coming in, old friends, guys that come in to see us, guys that have our back. One thing about us, man, we are so supported. I would like to take a second to tell my fans and everybody that supports Money Talks and people that support us, because, guys, the 5 haters you see on the internet are the only 5 haters that we have. You guys show us so much fucking love. I love you guys. I love that you love my attitude, because at the end of the day, I'm all about making fucking money. When I'm at work, I don't play games. I don't eat 4 or 5 times. I don't come to work, eat Mexican food, take 3 farts and 4 breaks on a 5-hour shift. I'm all about making money. And for those people that follow me, they want to learn master closing. And by this podcast, that's what you're going to get out of me. You're going to learn how to be a master fucking closer. So, Skip, like I said, to just, I know I'm all over the place, but the Aaron Hernandez thing, pretty much to sum it up, what do you say about that, about thugs and guys that are thugs like myself that come from the streets that get into the league? Go ahead and sum that up for me.
It's like any other job. I mean, when you go to your job, you get paid to perform. I mean, you're an actor when you're a professional athlete. You got to know your role and do what you're getting paid to do.
I agree.
Get the street out of you when you go to work. Do what you want when you're not at work. And when you're getting paid to do a job, do it and do it well.
Well, I mean, any professional at any job should separate your business from your personal.
Right.
You know how many fucking closet gamblers that are in this world that have a square job and they don't know anything about their gambling habit or anything like that? You got to learn how to be separate. Give it all you got when you're at work. NBA players, if the owner pays you to do a certain job, do it. Try to be a role model, whatever you do on your personal time. While you're under that contract, just realize you still represent that team and that coach.
Yeah, and this celebrating, dancing, and hooting and hollering. I mean, the shit they do when they when they sack the quarterback or they score a touchdown.
That don't really bother me. I'm thugged out. I'd like to go back to the day of, you should be able to spit on a motherfucker. You got to be thugged out when you're out there playing, man.
Well, it was the weekend of flags. A lot of flags on the games. Referees were crazy this week. A lot of injuries.
Referees were crazy? You think that Cowboy game was ref the correct way? Or?
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Huh?
I mean, it was crazy.
We deal with players, coaches, CEOs. We bottom line get the fucking money, Skip. I've isolated a game that we got later on that normally we charge $1,500 for. We're going to let go for $500. You going to give out that free play?
Yeah, I'm going to give out the free play.
All right, let's move forward a little bit, talk a little bit more about sports. Looking ahead, Skip, divisional playoffs, Broncos, Colts, Ravens, Patriots, Packers, Cowboys, Seahawks, Panthers. Number one, give me your opinion. Who's going to win? What's going to happen?
Well, personally, I like Green Bay to beat Dallas this weekend.
Sorry, phone's blowing off the hook. You like Green Bay to beat Dallas?
Yeah.
I love that game. I'm not going to sit here and handicap and tell these guys what our opinions are because you got to pay to play. But these aren't particular games that, we're handicapping. So
just my personal opinion, I'm picking the Packers and the Colts in the Super Bowl. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. So, like I said, are you happy with who's here? Are you happy with these type of games? I mean, because, football's been actually unpredictable this year.
It was an interesting weekend. I just don't like the way the games were reffed. I don't think anybody does. I mean, all the talk around all the water coolers, the last 2 days has been about that flag in the Detroit-Dallas game.
Right.
I mean, they throw a pass interference. Detroit's driving down the field with 8:25 left. They're driving down the field to put a nail in the coffin. They were leading the game at the time, and they pick up the flag. We all know what happened. Bottom line is, the Cowboys won the game, and it was the first time that Romo has actually won a big game since that checker tournament he was playing in 5th grade.
Well, I tell you what, I love Texas, but don't get too pumped up, guys, because you will get deflated. That guy's not, he's a fucking choker. He will not come through. And the fact that you guys have this record, I mean, everybody in Dallas gave him a 50-50 at best record, including the owner, if I'm not mistaken, Skip. Mm-hmm. What did the owner say in the beginning of the year? We'll be lucky. We got a lot of things to work on. I'm not expecting anything. I'm not doing this and that. 12, 13 wins later. You think they ever expected that?
Well, the coach, Jason did his job. Jason Garrett did his job, the redhead, and he's up for Coach of the Year, and I think he deserves a nod. Really, he's done a great job down there.
So, I'm pretty excited with the matchups. Like I said, Seahawks, Panthers, Packers, Cowboys, Broncos, Colts, Ravens, Patriots. You want a winner? Go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We'll get you set up. Huh, Skip?
Absolutely, we will.
You act right. We might even get you on the phone with the big skipper. You spend $100,000, you might even get a couple bars from Steve Stevens himself. Fair enough?
Well, the stock market keeps going down like it has been, and the phones just keep ringing because there is an alternative, people, to making money.
Mayday to all you stockbrokers out there, to all you guys investing in the stock market. Mayday. It's a VIP Amber Alert. It's a VIP Amber Alert. Stop playing the market. Call VIPSportsLasVegas.com, 877-220-6540. Don't let sports athletes be the only ones to get paid this weekend. Lord knows you're not making money in the market. If somebody says they're making money in the market right now, Skip,
they're getting crushed. They're lying. They're getting crushed.
You can lie to me. Just don't lie to yourself. Guys, if you say you're getting paid in the market right now, the majority of the big boy players, stop lying. You can lie to me. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to your clients. They don't fucking deserve it. Keep it real. Moving on. College football playoffs. Is it an awesome thing for betting? Obviously. Is it an awesome thing for college in general? Well, we keyed in that on a little bit with Wisconsin and Ohio State. And after the way they played, I feel that was both deserved, both games. They gave us some great fucking football to watch. Is it an awesome thing for betting, or is it not? What do you think, Skip?
It's a great thing for the fans. It's a great thing for betting. I mean, when you got a third-string quarterback going down and putting a whooping on Alabama. I mean, Cardale Jones, the kid's a stud. He's a monster.
I love him to fucking death. He was unbelievable. Played his ass off.
Yeah, I mean, for them to kick the shit out of Alabama, that was, with a third-string quarterback, was amazing. How about Oregon just whooping Florida State's ass? I mean, no more miracles for Florida State.
Miracles? I mean, that shit was worse than Hurricane Katrina came through that fucking field over there. They got the dog shit beat out of them.
The Ducks just whooped their ass. I mean, Jameson, come on, man, wake up.
Yeah, you like that team? Did you think that was going to happen, Skip? Yes or no?
I actually thought Oregon would beat them. I didn't think they'd whoop their ass as badly as they did, but... here's Jameson. Once again, this guy's something else, too. Talking about getting the street out of these players. I mean, what is wrong with this guy? Every time he turns around, he's doing something wrong.
True. See, I'm a bad guy to side up with as far as marijuana and stuff like that, because I smoke marijuana at my craft. I don't think players should while they're playing, but I'm not going to be like, he just had, I'm the type of guy that just says he has a little weed, he has a little bit of this, he has a little bit of that, but a lot of other people don't like that. It's the domestic violence that's so big these days. That's you can't put your hands on nobody. You can't assault anybody. It's just, I don't know, man.
Don't touch women and don't touch kids. Come on, man.
No, it's fucking embarrassing. But so, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you guys know, the college playoffs, it's not just good for betting. It's good for college football in general. The college atmosphere, paint your face, get a couple beers, get a big finger, and go to the game and have a fucking blast.
I don't think anybody saw Oregon and Ohio State in the championship game.
No, absolutely not.
It should be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to it. Moving on to another sport, baseball. Hall of Fame's ballots fucking stacked. Have you looked at it?
No, I actually didn't, and that's embarrassing because baseball's my favorite sport.
Do you think Right Side would be fucking proud of hearing that right now?
No, he wouldn't be too.
I mean, I honestly think your son knows more about baseball than you and I.
I've been so busy in the office and with the football and the bowl games and
I appreciate you.
The basketball. This college basketball's heating up. We're in the conference play now into the month of January. Conference play has begun.
All day.
We got 90 days of making money in college basketball. When you get all these schools and these small schools and 140 different teams, it's so hard for the odds makers to keep up with all the numbers with so many games every day. It's easy for a guy like yourself with the staff you got, the money you got behind you, to spot mistakes when there's so many games on the board in basketball every day.
Well, and that's why I keep trying to tell people, just because somebody has a website doesn't make them a handicapper. Don't you guys understand? I'm born and raised in the streets out here. I deal with players, coaches, CEOs, guys that make the line. We bottom line get the money. And at the end of the day, that's pretty much what it's all about, getting fucking money. You don't want some guy throwing darts with your money. You don't want some guy telling you to bet $20,000 on a game when he's living in a Motel 6. Make sure the guy that you're dealing with is thorough. Make sure he's licensed and bond in the state of Nevada. Make sure he's like me. If you guys want to win, you want to get ahead, you want to get fucking paid, call VIPSports.com, because one thing about it, I can show you better than I can tell you. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. One thing about me is I'm all about money. Fair enough.
This college basketball is a gold mine. Let's get to that free.
God, I'm going off.
Let's get to that free play today. Oklahoma State's playing Iowa State tonight on ESPN2.
Skip, go ahead and give out the free play to these guys, and I'm going to make sure the podcast goes out early enough so the motherfuckers can get it in versus a day late. What do you got?
Yeah, well, the game goes at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock on the West Coast. Oklahoma State's playing Iowa State. The game's on ESPN2. The total in this game is 143. I like that game to go over, Steve. And that's my free play for the day. Over in the Oklahoma State-Iowa State game, college basketball on ESPN2. Now, don't go crazy on a free pick. It's just an opinion. If you want the big game, the game that the big boys are firing on, Steve's owner selection, Steve's personal play, just call the office, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. Give us a call, and we'll make sure you crush your bookie. You all right, man?
No, man, I just lit up some weed. Sorry for catching in, but your story, like I said, was boring me again. I had to smoke some weed. So you went off into a fucking sales pitch. No one wants to hear your fucking sales pitch. Skipper, what is your free fucking game for these people? Make it simple, please.
Oklahoma State.
What is your free game, Skipper?
Oklahoma State, Iowa State, over the 143, college basketball tonight on ESPN2.
College basketball, guys. Skipper's free play, over. And who, Skip?
Oklahoma State,
Iowa State, 143 over. Means it has to go over the total, 143. Count that as a little token of our appreciation. We ain't going to be do too much tricking, Skip.
You want me to say it again? You asked me.
No, I don't. As a matter of fact, my asshole cringes every time you give out a free game because I didn't get rich from giving shit away. You guys want real information, you got to pay. Okay, plain and fucking simple. It takes money to make money. These guys call me. It's not so much that you're a $200 player. It's $200 players usually ain't serious about making money, but those are the guys that I can build into big players. I only deal with guys that bet $5,000 to $100,000 a game. You want to get with the big boys? You get with me. I'll make you more money than you've ever made in your fucking life. The average American makes $600 fucking dollars. I can make you $500,000 a year. Back to what I was saying before you cut me off with your weird shit. The Baseball Hall of Fame. I know you're trying to shy away on it because you ain't been up on your homework. The ballot is stacked. Like I said, Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, John Smoltz,
wow,
Craig Biggio, Mike Piazza, Jeff Bagwell, and then what we have here with a star. I'll take a puff of my blunt to that.
I'll go with the big unit for sure, Randy Johnson.
What do you mean? It's a guarantee. Then you got the tainted players on steroids: Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Roger Clemens.
No thanks.
No thanks?
No.
And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. You don't need to know who's on the ballot to give me your honest opinion. So you truly feel fuck all three of them? You feel you don't give them any love, any respect as ball players? Since they started playing baseball, since they were 3 years old, they don't deserve respect for showing dedication to their craft?
Nobody likes a cheater.
Yeah, you never played Pictionary with me. I'm a fucking cheater, dude. Listen, and to my clients out there and to my fans, I'm not a cheater, but best believe I will beat a motherfucker's ass, beg, borrow, steal, scratch, do whatever it takes to get you a winner. If I got to get on the field and fucking steal on somebody, that's what I'm willing to do. I'm not saying I will, but I'm willing to pay my face and go to war. Back to the subject.
Hey, there was something I wanted to ask you, way off the subject. Did you see this shit about Bruce Jenner? Like, they say he's dressing like a woman.
You see his fingernails?
He's got surgery to look like a woman. What is...
He looks like an all-out... He looks gay. You got to make sure your words, are professional when you talk about it. You don't want to get blasted. So he looks gay, but he looks like he's disrespecting the gays because he looks like a gay.
What is going on with this guy's life? What is going on with
What's going on with Bruce Jenner's life?
What is going on with this guy?
Well, what it is his family's fucked up. He comes from a marriage where he divorced his first wife, which had buku money. She took the Jenner kids and raised them with another rich guy that didn't show too much order. He was an Olympic champion that never really got out of the 70s, 80s, to be honest with you. And when you watch your daughters grow up in Hollywood, get a sex tape, and you know me, 70% of my friends are black, so when I talk about black or white, you motherfuckers better never talk prejudiced about me because I went to school 60% black. Half of my friends are black, and that's how I roll. That's how I was born and raised. But as a white guy from the suburban area, when your daughter goes to the dark side and takes an 11-inch brown dick and she gets pounded out real well and it's on video, it's kind of a hard pill to swallow versus if it was her and Joey with a 4-inch cock.
Yeah, but does that turn you into dressing like a woman? I mean...
Well, you didn't let me finish to get to my point. The daughters have, taken several different cocks. They enjoy it. They love it. They've taken them down, and I love them for it. And love them to death, like I said. But Bruce has been through a lot of different things, and at the end of the day, my opinion on him is he's just an all-out corny. I don't even want to call him gay because gays are good. Gays, I got no problems with gays. A lot of gay, people are my friends. He's just flat out corny, disrespectful, and looks like a fucking moron.
Straight up nut job, living in a peace and love time still. Huh?
Straight up nut job. He's got, some type of fucking, disease he can't get over. His ex-wife's fucking 14-year-olds, 25-year-olds. Now she's dating a fucking 55-year-old. She don't know what the fuck she's doing. She's taking more balls on her chin than Yogi Berra.
I could see where that family would drive you insane, no doubt about it. To take it to the extreme where you actually get surgery to look like a female and start dressing like a woman. I mean, you're Bruce Jenner, man.
Yeah, Bruce, either start snorting cocaine out of those nails and go all out rock star, or just cut those motherfuckers back a little bit, man, because you look like a straight gump.
Wow.
Yeah, so tighten up your game a little bit. As far as the Kardashians, I'm tired of seeing you guys. If all three of your asses were lined up, doggy, I wouldn't fuck neither one of you. Even if I wasn't happily with my girl Kelly. Love you, Kel, and that's how we roll. That's just my opinion. I don't like any of you. But you all seem like nice girls. I'll drink some champagne, smoke a blunt with you, but if you want next to me, I don't have that excitement everybody else does. So
how do you really feel about it?
I think I put it all out on the line. That's one thing about me. I don't hold anything back. But like I said, Bruce Jenner is just a common old guy that got brought into the new generation. See, it used to be sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and now it's sex, drugs, and hip-hop. I'm part of that generation. Get over it. If my daughter is with a brother, I won't give a dog fuck. It's all about human beings, human nature, good guy. Is he a good human being? And that's what a lot of these old school people don't understand, black and white, because I've seen it both sides. It's hard for them to get in the new generation, but best believe it's sex, drugs, and hip-hop. And Bruce, I'm sorry that freaked you out. Just don't take it in the ass and don't swallow no dick over it. Don't do it. It ain't worth it.
Wow. He must be on some good shit, man. That's all I got to say. Hey, did you see, back to basketball, the NBA, did you see Rondo? You see what he said?